Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday. I hope you're doing well this morning. I tweaked my neck again, so I'm in a lot of pain. I have a lot to do today. I have a lot of things I have to do, and I have some things that I could put on hold until tomorrow. Um, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Um, had a scare this morning. I had Tashir running loose back in the back. Had her and Solomon had breakfast this morning, and I saw her chasing a chicken. Um, I couldn't figure out where that chicken came from because all the girls up here were not out yet, and I hadn't turned anybody in the back loose. There weren't anybody in trees, and so I picked up and carried Tashir, which was she's so heavy. I swear she must weigh 55 pounds already. Um, and so I carried her back to her kennel. I just scooped her up. Didn't see the chickens anymore. Went to the back. The door was open on the chicken barn. So all of my young girls were loose. My young black girls were loose, and I think they've all come back. I think they went over, but I don't know if they were loose, or I don't know if Solomon pushed the door open sometime last night throughout the night, or if Tashir went back and pushed the door open. Of course, it's my fault because it wasn't latched properly. So I don't know. Something I have to work on, making sure that thing is secure. I was having problems getting the girls in last night, so that's probably what it was. And I also snatched up Alexander, and he slept in the little single stall last night because, man, those Indios really like to chase the girls around at night when it's time to go to bed. Alexander and Kufu are the two. Now, Ramses kind of goes in there and lays down for a little bit, and then he'll come back out and see what's going on. But Ramses really isn't as dominant as the other two. I'm hoping that Alexander goes to a new home and trade for whatever. Um, so, anyway, chicken drama this morning. That's how it goes here. Now there are some specifics I want to go get at JC. I want to get the russet taters for $1.88 a 5 pound bag, the 40 count water $3.99. I've got a coupon for the General Mills cereal that matches. I've got the fruit snacks. I've got a coupon that matches that. I have a several coupons that are going to make 6 Annie's macaroni and cheese $3.74. I have, what in the world is that? I don't know what it is. Oh, the carnation. I need to get more carnation vanilla, and I've got a coupon that's getting ready to expire, so I need to get some more vanilla. I really don't like the chocolate. I really like the vanilla because I can add my fruit and my spinach to it, and it really makes it a good drink when I need that. I'm going to get some Toll House morsels. I'd like to get some of the York morsels and some of the peanut butter ones just to have. I have an extra coupon for the Toll House, so they're on sale for what, 2.49 or something like that. Is it 3.49? I can't remember, but I have $1 off too, along with that buy five save dollar. So I'm going to do that. I've got some for Nature's Bounty, and I also have some for uh, the other nature made melatonin. I'm going to get some of that, see if that'll help me sleep at night. Two, I've got some minute rice coupons too. I would like to see if there's more of those beans in that cart. I don't think people realize that those big cans of chili beans are awesome, and I'd love to get some more of those huge cans of chili beans for what, $1.31 or $1.39, something like that. Well worth that cost. Hi, pigeon. How are you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You look like your mommy Ruth. Anyway, so I've tweaked my tweaked my neck, and so I've got a lot to get done today. I got to get some diatomaceous earth moved around. I've got to get my lime moved around. I need to get some straw. I may go ahead and call someone to deliver some straw because I can get it still $1 cheaper with no cost for the delivery. So that's what I'm considering. Um, at JC, other things that I'm looking at. Let's see here. The tuna on sale. The Spam is on sale. And then everything else that I mentioned. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on canned food. Every time I find canned food at a buy price lower than what its regular price is, I'll be picking it up. Um, I would like to get some more Spam. Now, we like to have Spam in the wintertime, like when I've annihilated all of our bacon, or it's just something different from bacon or sausage to have with our eggs. So I'd like to get some more of that. And we definitely need some more tuna. Um, I was asked about um, do I can my own beans? Well, it's like this. Dried beans to me are perfect for my storage. I don't have the room for more canned goods or jarred foods. So, dried beans I can put in a tote, I can stack them, throw them in there, put a lid on them, and I'm good to go. Or we could put them in Mylar bags. I've got everything to do that. But I just prefer to just keep dried beans in a bin with my dried rice in another bin, and then I keep my sugars and my salts in buckets. Um, so I really don't can a whole lot of food. Most of my food comes from the grocery store. Like I make pickles, salsa, but I really don't have to do all of that because I do get my deals at the grocery store. I do buy things that we use so that I can rotate it out. Um, but no, I don't can my own dried beans. I keep my dried beans as dried beans in my storage. So, you know, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in my bouncy chair. I was watching one of my videos because I had to figure out if my sound was bad or not. And I'm in one of them old cast iron chairs or whatever. And I sit here and bounce, and it looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but it looks funny. But that's what they used to do in these chairs. Take the babies outside. You wouldn't have to have a rocking chair. You just bounce these chairs. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about it. If you want to prepare for this regime, you've got to understand where we are going. And this is why it's not so alarming to me what's going on and the steps that this criminal regime is taking um, to put forth Project 2025. We are at 48%, I believe, is what we're at this point. Um, there's also issues that you're seeing that are just outrageous. You've got Trump and the Republican Congress saying that it's the Democrats' fault and that they're wanting to take away health care. They're lying. Our Speaker of the House, who is supposedly a godly man, is a liar. They are all lying to you, telling you that the liberals are at fault because they want to give immigrants health care. That's not true. What it is if it's an emergency, they can go to the emergency room. I mean, if you have immigrants and they get hurt or their children get hurt, shouldn't they be allowed to go to the hospital for emergency room care? They're not drawing SSI, they're not drawing Medicaid, Medicare, or any of that. They should be able to go to the hospital if they need something, stitches, they broke an arm. I mean, how stupid is it? I, I don't know. No, the liberals are not stopping this. And in my true opinion, the most important reason why they have closed down is not to swear in that Democrat seat. I believe that. They are hiding Trump out of the Epstein files and all of his wealthy friends. I can guarantee you Gates has already been to the White House and kissing Donald Trump's ass. We know that his wife divorced him over the Epstein hanging out kind of stuff. Really? And then you've got Nutlick, who did an interview and talked about how he noticed that Jeffrey Epstein was a weird guy. Um, so that's all it's about, is not swearing in so they don't have to release these documents. I am so perturbed over this because if MAGA truly believes that the liberals are at fault for the shutdown, then you are so brainwashed that you're not seeing the big picture. If you want to defend the criminal king who is definitely demented, who is putting forth all of Project 2025 when he lied to you, there's just too much. There's too much. And you just don't know where to start. But the way to start, the best thing to do is to keep an ear on it, keep your head on a swivel, keep an eye on what's going on, but also prepare your home, prepare your life. In order to keep some sort of lifestyle that we've had, you have to find sales, deals, clearances, reduced products, prep from one season to the next with clearance of that season. I mean, it's just, you've got to do it because prices are going to get so outrageous if at this rate, prices are going to get extremely outrageous. Some stores are sucking up some of the costs, but eventually they're not going to be able to do that. They're going to have to charge you, the consumer. Where is that $17 million or $1 trillion that he's pulled in from tariff money? Where is that? Where'd that money go? That money was paid by consumers and by importers. Where is that 17 trillion? Where is it? And why does he have to bail out the farmers? Because of what he's done with tariffs on other countries. I mean, it is what it is. He's destroying our economy. He is destroying our Constitution. He is destroying our lives, the lives of people who need help with food assistance, lower income people who rely on Medicare, Medicaid, so on and so forth, the disabled, our veterans. I just don't understand how MAGA doesn't see it. I can't under I can't comprehend being that ignorant and falling down a rabbit hole where I think that Donald Trump was the best choice for our country ever. I, I can't be that ignorant. I just can't. He talks about common sense. He has no common sense when it comes to the common folk, does he? Does he know how you live? Does he know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck? Really? Does he know what it's like when you're looking at the grocery store and you're like, do I get a pound of bacon or do I get a gallon of milk? How do I feed my children on this small amount of money that I have every week once I pay bills? He doesn't know what that's like. Or to decide how much groceries you're going to cut out so that you can buy gas for your car. He has no clue what that's like. And he's telling you, oh, inflation's done. We got the best economy ever was, blah, blah. He had the best economy ever was. And he's changed it and he's made it worse. Crazy. But the ring-a-ling-lings, ring-a-ding-dings, the witch hunts, they're asking you to turn people in who talk bad about MAGA Christians or who talk bad about this criminal regime, who tells you the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. That's what dictators do. They take the truth out of the equation, and it's only what they want you to know and hear. I would say that if you are MAGA and you want to know the truth, listen to foreign newscasts, Australia, UK, because we're not getting everything that we need to get. Our media really is not all that great. I do believe that MSNBC is the best that there is as far as mainstream, even though they still don't chomp in there as deep as they should. Midas Touch Network, I absolutely love them. There's so many other YouTubers who have great content that brings the receipts, that brings the facts, and you should be looking at them. Um, but you also should be preparing your life, and I just believe that. I believe stock up on those things that you can get on sale. Shop weekly, shop the weekly sales until you can't anymore. Even if you don't need pancake syrup or pancakes this week, if it's on sale, put it in the pantry. You know, it's just it's heartbreaking to watch people that are going to be hurting, that are going to lose their lives because of not getting the medical care that they need, or watching children go hungry because they're not getting the food assistance that they required, even though their parents worked their butts off. I don't understand you guys and being okay with giving Argentina a $20 billion bailout package. America first, right? I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. So, anyway, I'm going to go do a few chores. I need to go get burrs off of Miss Tashir, and then I'll just go from there. I don't know if I'm going to do my end shop today or tomorrow, but I will take you with me. There are things that I'm going to show you what the prices are and what we're going to spend extra. Since I bought dog food and spent like what $28 on dog food, something like that, that gives me that $28 clear for groceries. So if I can get it for $28, we'll be doing good. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I've got to go. Bye, y'all.